Hello friends! Welcome back to my channel, McKenna Stitching in Sequins, and it's only fitting that I do or wear what my channel suggests. Sequins and stitching in them. This was an amazing find this week when I went to the thrift store. I don't have anything like this. Gold sequins. I feel like a fortune teller or something wearing this. So, and these are the sequins where they kind of get to your hair, so I'm kind of doing like a side bun, but I'm not going to protect anyone's future. That's just a little too much. But thank you guys for always coming back. New subscribers, welcome. I love all your guys' comments and thumbs up. Much appreciated. So I got stuff to show you. A couple whips. I'm a complete liar. I'll talk about that. Gifts. I bought one thing. So, quick life update. Which still trying to figure out. I mentioned it if you are in Diana's group, FlossTube Fit Club. I'll link that down below. But I had mentioned on there a few weeks ago, my dad was diagnosed with cancer, with a form of lymphoma. A couple weeks ago, he had his hip tested, his nodule underneath his right armpit taken out, and 100% CLL lymphoma. First in his bloodline. It's not genetic. So he is dealing with that. I guess we kind of all are dealing with that in a sense. And I've mentioned before, I don't have the strongest relationship with my parents. It was troubling growing up, dealing with different forms of abuse in a way, and just never had that father-daughter, mother-daughter relationship with either of them. He wanted to try to have a relationship with me when I went to college, which I lived at home through college, but it was kind of like, it's kind of late sort of a situation. So it's been kind of weird having him deal with the cancer and just thinking about mortality in the respect that he could die and him and I don't have the best relationship, which still nothing has changed. But I've tried to text him every day, and with him being the way he is, they haven't seen the boys in a really long time. So the boys are missing him, and they're not missing the boys. And I try to explain to the boys, what cancer is. So, just trying to keep up with appointments and what he has scheduled for every day. He had his first chemo a few days ago, and he had a reaction to it, so they stopped it. And the next day they admitted him into the hospital to do it slower, so he spent the night at the hospital. All went well, so they think they just need to give the drip to him slowly over like a 10-hour period. So not sure if when he gets it, will he be emitted every few weeks? Because that would be a lot better than going to a location for 10 hours and getting it done. Then we are also trying a immune therapy. He has that today, and that seems to be going fine. He's not having any sort of reactions to that. So yeah, just kind of dealing with that and taking it day by day. So life update, cancer sucks ass. I have been stitching obsessively on my long dog sampler, my Virtue. Why? Because I want it to be a TFD. Those late to the party, TFD. Total fair domination. I'm going to take all the ribbons, all the titles, all the awards. Going to go for second year in a row, best in Arizona. Now, I got it with Devil Runs. I'm thinking I might be able to get it this year with my Good Intentions piece. They want stuff different. They want stuff burned. I'm going to throw it in a shadow box with sewing notions down at the bottom. Just give me the ribbon now. So, another piece I would like to enter into the fair, which is doable. Long dog sampler. This is Virtue. I'm hoping to get some while stitching on it. I never thought I would do an LDS, but the colors totally sucked me in. Sucked me in. And I know has sucked a lot of you guys in as well. Enabling you guys to purchase this. I need to start getting compensated for the amount of charts that I sell from these designers. I mean, I think we all can, in a sense. All those that do FlossTube, we show something and then people go, batshit crazy for stuff. Arlene has dubbed it the McKenna effect. Copyright, all rights reserved. I need to learn how to do that. Now, I'm going to insert a photo of where I was before I started working on this. I decided I'm totally obsessed with it. I want to stitch. I want to stitch on it till I get burnt out on it. And so I completed page 3. And then I decided to do a little bit of page 4. So it's 3, 6, 9. 3 pages 4, 5, and 6 are the floral border on each side, but then it's text. So she busts out those 3 pages uber fast, and then the last 3 bottom pages are labor intensive, just like pages 1 through 3. So this is 1, 2, and 3, and that gray area down there is page 4. This is 32 count oyster MCG textiles. I know people hate that fabric. I love it for this. I did not want white because I find white can be just a little too harsh. So I love this oyster look. And I've had no problems with this MCG. The only back stitch is around those butterflies. The 4 flowers there that make the diamond shape had black back stitching in the center of the flower. I thought it looked too harsh. So I ripped it out and I prefer it much better. Underneath the crowns, there are supposed to be initials. The chart gives you the full alphabet. I may add initials or I may just leave it as is. I haven't decided yet. And then 1 and 3 are basically just mirror images of each other. I don't mind switching color because you can see progress so fast with switching colors. And I realize switching colors is definitely not for everybody. But I think it's totally, it's totally worth it. So that is where I'm at. I am giving this a little bit of a break. 32 count, I'm doing this 2/2. I think because I had busted out page 3 in just a few days, then when I got to page 4, I have to do more of this border work and then I can start the lettering. And I can't just jump into the lettering. There is some, I think, a little bit that I have to do. I guess not. I just don't like counting out that far. I like to have some sort of point of reference. But I'll get back to this. I definitely want this in for the fair. I would also like to bring this to StitchCon to show and New Jersey to show off. And then when I get back, I will then have plenty of time to go out and get it framed up. This piece I will get professionally done, but I absolutely love this. Love it, love it. Joe even liked it. He likes that it's a lot more dense. He wants me to do a Hade. Just he thinks that they're awesome, the level of detail on them. But I've told him that Hades are just not my thing. So he understands it, but I think he really likes the LDS pieces because they're close enough to a Hade, a full coverage in a sense. And that's about as full coverage as I will go. Another whip that I had, so after Virtue, I wanted to work on Hawk Run Hollow. So I have to, Arlene made this point to me. When I enter things into the fair this year, they're based on the size. Greater than 12 inches, less than 12 inches. So I can't remember how I measured Nightmare and Devil's Run. Did I just measure the stitched, or did I measure it in the frame? I still have the tags which show the sizes, I believe, so I can refer back to them. Obviously, Nightmare is bigger than 12 inches, but then looking at Devil's Run, that's definitely larger than 12. So I need to figure out, because I would not want to put in both Virtue and Hawk Run, which are going to be much bigger than 12 inches, and then having them against each other in the fair, when I can easily take one of those and put it into the fair for 2019 for kind of an automatic state of Arizona win. Like, why put two good pieces head to head when I can just hold back on one for next year? So, but then who knows? The state win could be good intentions, which took me no time at all to put together, just like Devil's Run, and that takes it rather than Virtue. So as much as I want to power through Hawk Run, I'm thinking I can pace myself on it, maybe do one block when it calls to me, maybe work on that, the 13th of every month, and work on it till it's done. Because even though each block is a page, I'm also trying to figure out ways to not have to stitch every single stitch, because each block can be super intense. So there's some of these that you can't get past that. There's really only one that I can see that I would not stitch all the background, and that would probably be the skeleton one here. I don't think I'm gonna stitch in all that brown as the dirt. Now, who knows? I might stitch it all up and be like, I have to add it because they're clearly under the ground. So to add the effect that they're in the dirt, suck it up, Buttercup, and just freaking stitch the brown. I decided to move down to this 5th block. I have this first block completed and didn't want to use kind of the same tones with number 2, so I went down to number 5. And the same thing, I thought, okay, the water, but it's tricolor, and I think it just adds a lot. So this is where I am at. I am stitching this on Properly Primitive linen, 40 count, 1/2 on Under the Sea Fabrics. I purchased this at the Austin retreat with the guidance and opinion of Emily and Diana and Olivia. Who else? Jen, Trisha. I just kind of went around and was like, this on this, yes. So there is block uno, and this is where I'm at on block 5. So going slow, but it's working, and I love it. Love it. Love it on this fabric. I love this fabric. I think it's awesome. Really, really nice to work on. And this was my first piece of Under the Sea fabric that I had purchased, and I love it. So just trying to, think long-term too on what BAPs do I have, which ones do I want to get done this year, and then which ones do I seriously want to think to enter for this year's fair. Still got time, people. I still have time. I got plenty of stitching to figure all of that out. No rush, but you need to figure out what you're going to be entering into the fair this year. Just do it. Don't be afraid. Who cares if you don't get a ribbon? Just do it for fun. And maybe you will get a ribbon. Maybe you will surprise yourself and walk away with top honors that you wouldn't even think were possible. So that's all the stitching I've done. This is the portion of my video where I call myself out. I'm a liar. I am a hypocrite? No. I mean, sometimes in my life I totally am. I admit to that. Liar for sure. Absolutely, I'm going to get shit from Michelle and maybe Minnie and Lisa. I had told Lisa, hey, I want to do Jardin Privé Mademoiselle Rose with you because you were supposed to do it with Michelle and she hasn't held up her end of the bargain, so I'll do it. And here comes Michelle. Nope, I got it. I'm ready to go. Everyone starts this hashtag Jardin Privé Throwdown Sal. I think that's the hashtag everyone was using. I told everybody, hey, I'm giving you guys a head start because I'm obsessed with virtue. Ready, set, go. You would think that their life depended on getting this done because I was in the Sal. McKenna's going to give us a head start. I'm going to take advantage of it. Minnie's basically done. Lisa finished hers. Michelle probably be wrapping hers up this weekend. I put like 50 stitches into mine. I don't know what I was feeling. If it was, I loved the fabric that I had started it on. I think it was, I wasn't liking how the threads were looking. And there was just other stuff calling me. Hawk Run Hollow, dragons. There were just other things, the big projects that wanted my attention. So I unpick all my stitches and put everything away. So I am bowing out. I bowed out of the throwdown and pussied out. Well, I just had other stuff calling to me. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is too hard. I wouldn't be able to do it. Chickened out. But if you want to get a pattern done really quick, do a Sal, invite me. I'll say I'm doing it and you'll get it done in like no time. So really, you're welcome, Minnie, Michelle, and Lisa. All right, I bought one thing. Joe was in Home Depot for a really long time. I was in the car with the kids. So you go on eBay because his ass is taking too long in Home Depot. So I had seen this before. I love it on this orange. Carriage House Samplings, Widow's Walk. Love it. Hell yeah, I'm going to be doing it on some orange fabric. Yes. And, fun fact, Pam is doing this for a Mania start. Guess what? Me too. I'm not doing Mania. I don't do Mania. I mean, shit, I got other things to stitch, people. I can't start 18 new projects. Oh my God, that's a lot of white. Maybe it's not a white house. Maybe I'll change it to gray. Maybe I'll darken up the colors. But I love this. And yeah, got it on eBay. Got it super quick. And the seller even sent me a really nice card with it. That sneaky little Terran. I saw these and knew that your life couldn't be complete without them, and I chose based on the pictures, not the lipstick colors. Taryn, you're absolutely right. I need these in my life to be complete. Otherwise, on my deathbed, I will be like, why didn't I get those? I should have known better. But now on my deathbed, I can be like, thank God my life did not go to shit. I actually want to take the plastic off these. It's an official licensed product too. That's even better. Somebody has yet to send me the Frida Kahlo vodka. Yes, there is such a thing. I just need to go to Bevmo and get it. No, it's tequila. So this is the first. You based it off the photo, not the words. So this is Passion. And this is a little, the deer with her face on it is from one of her photos that she painted, one of her paintings. This is called Inspiration. Love that. Love that. I gotta see what colors these are. So this Inspiration, it's like purplish color. Dude, I'm going out tonight with a girlfriend, Taryn. I may have to rock these. And the Passion one. Oh, I like that. It's very much like kind of a nude. So thank you, love. I love these. I almost don't want to use them, but I know after I'm done, I'm going to save these and I'll put them in my display of all things Frida. So thank you, love. All right. Thrift store finds. I got 2 frames. Speaking of thrifting, so I had mentioned a couple videos ago that I thought about starting a thrifting video. Come thrift with me. And I think I'm going to do it. The only thing that I hesitate about is trying to figure out how to film myself doing it. Because I want it to be clear and the angles to be good. Now that I have this small tripod, it totally works. You know, I can wrap the legs around the cart. But just trying to figure out what kind of video style. So I've been thinking about it for a few days. I've been watching other solo thrifters on YouTube, trying to watch their kind of style. So I think I've kind of come up with an idea of how I would want a video to go. Who knows how often I would put them out. You can follow me on Instagram at Thrifting in Sequins. I try to put up, well, I have put up pieces that I have found, amazing pieces that I have found. And I also did like a look of the day the other day. But a lot of you guys seem to be interested in that. So look for a thrifting video for me. Hopefully, I plan to hit a place that I've not been in a really long time. So that might be a good video to record. So next week I'll probably go and check that out and record and take you guys on the journey with me. So 2 frames that, like, I don't have enough freaking frames in my closet. This one was $4. Guess I could have left it on, but It's lightweight, so it is like a plastic, but I just love the old look of it. I love the detail. And I think this has a lot of potential. Depending on what piece you stitch, what you could put in here. This could be a mono piece. This could be a sampler. I think it would totally work. I love that it already has the hanger. So I'll add this to my collection. This one I loved the color Alone. This was $4. Yes, it's that bright. I love it. This reminded me of, see, I was trying to get a turquoise piece. Well, my filigree piece is in a turquoise-ish sort of frame. And I just love how bright it is. This will be easy enough to hang and pop out. So don't sleep on the frames. Go check out the frames at thrift stores. Especially the older frames with vintage pictures. It can be really odd sizes that you won't be able to find at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's. Sometimes the thrift store is the perfect place to find those odd shaped frames for pieces to frame up. Glass, no glass. As I was looking through the knick-knack section, I came across a huge selection of precious moment pieces that were stitched and finished off. I'm going to insert that here. So this is a common occurrence I find are discarded cross stitch. Miss Judy, you had some impeccable stitching. Look at all these, you guys. Each for $2. OMG. Girl finished them too. Oh, you guys, and I had found more, but look at all these. Oh my god, I hope that this isn't my cross stitch. There are many times I come across stitched pieces at a thrift store that you can tell either that person is downsized, maybe they've passed and their family doesn't want their pieces, or maybe chose the pieces that they want and these are the ones that they have decided to let go. It's totally possible. Precious moments are not my jam, but it was really sad seeing all of that. Ton of work. We as stitchers know that that was a ton of work, a ton of time. But hopefully someone will pick those up and display them and keep Miss Judy's life going. So that is it that I have to share. I love the likes, the comments, are everything. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.